بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Nasser al-Harrasi, Chairman of the Public Authority for Radio and Television, His Excellency Dr. Saud bin Ali al-Bimani, Vice Chancellor of Sultan Qaboos University, His Excellency Muhammad Rida Nouri Shahroudi, Iranian Ambassador to Oman, our distinguished Mustafa laureates and acclaimed scientists, dear professors and doctors, dear faculty members, dear visitors and guests, dear young scholars and students, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the 4th Science and Technology Exchange Program among Muslim countries. This event has been jointly organized by Sultan Qaboos University and the Mustafa Science and Technology Foundation. The event will run from Sunday, December 2nd until Wednesday, December 5. The 4th Science and Technology Exchange Program among Muslim countries provides a forum for Muslim scholars and researchers from across the world and non-Muslim scholars based in Muslim countries to share useful knowledge in the fields of nanotechnology, biotechnology, information and communication technology, and sustainable energy. This event also holds the awarding of the Mustafa Science and Technology Foundation Mustafa Prize for scientific achievement across these strategic fields. In addition, we have the conference exhibition featuring organizations and presenters from Oman and around the world. Our program for today will begin with some verses from the Holy Quran recited by Mr. Ayub al-Shariqi.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. فسبحان الله حين تمسون وحين تصبحون وله الحمد في السماوات والأرض وعشيا وحين تظهرون يخرج الحي من الميت ويخرج الميت من الحي ويحيي الأرض بعد موتها وكذلك تخرجون ومن آياته أن خلقكم من تراب ثم إذا أنتم بشر تنتشرون ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون ومن آياته خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف ألسنتكم وألوانكم إن في ذلك لآيات للعالمين ومن آياته منامكم بالليل والنهار وابتغاؤكم من فضله إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يسمعون ومن آياته يريكم البرق خوفا وطمعا وينزل من السماء ماء فيحيي به الأرض بعد موتها إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يعقلون صدق الله العظيم.
Dear all, it gives us pleasure to invite to the stage Dr. Rahma bint Ibrahim Al-Mahrouqi, SQU's Deputy Vice Chancellor for Postgraduate Studies and Research, to deliver the welcoming remarks.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, Your Excellency, Dr. Abdullah bin Nasser Al-Harrasi, Chairman of the Public Authority for Radio and Television, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, presenters, exhibitors, and participants, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I feel privileged to have the opportunity to appear before you to welcome you to the 4th Science and Technology Exchange Program organized by the joint effort of Sultan Qaboos University and Mustafa Science and Technology Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is widely accepted that research and innovation are two of the most important pillars of social development and economic competitiveness. An active commitment to research is characteristic of the world's largest economies today, with intense research activity being a vital factor in full participation in the 4th industrial revolution. Research allows nations and their citizens to benefit from the social and economic opportunities that our increasingly globalized world allows. It is an essential element in the transition to knowledge-based economies built on dynamic, innovative, and outward-looking workforces that highly prize knowledge generation, renewal, and application. In short, research is the foundation of a nation's capacity to thrive in increasingly complex and interconnected international environments where disruptive technologies are in the process of changing ways people live and work. Active and systematic engagement in research brings numerous social and economic benefits to a country and its people. These include improving the quality of education across all levels, making private and public sector institutions more efficient and responsive to people's needs, and increasing industrial productivity and global competitiveness. These are in addition to supporting the emergence of new industries and markets, ensuring that social and economic progress is achieved in a sustainable and equitable manner, and ensuring that challenges to national well-being are identified and addressed in a timely and effective manner. As everyone here today is well aware, Muslim nations and scholars have a proud history of research and scientific development that stretches back centuries. While the golden age of Muslim scholarship is often described as ending in the middle of the 13th century, it is only necessary to look around today to realize that research has received a new impetus across Muslim countries and societies the world over. Nations as geographically and socially diverse as Oman, Iran, Malaysia, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Morocco, to name a few, continue to place a heavy emphasis on the value of research and innovation within their borders, regionally and internationally. Each boasts strong research infrastructure, funding mechanisms, support policies, and educated populations that are actively engaged in driving research across academic fields forward. In recognizing both this proud tradition and current achievements in research across a wide range of disciplines, we are here today with the common purpose of enhancing the value of research across Muslim societies and among Muslim scholars. Over the next 4 days, we will hear from Muslim scholars and researchers from around the world and non-Muslim scholars working in Muslim nations about their achievements, ideas, experiences, and challenges in their endeavors with research and scientific inquiry. Participation will be divided into the fields of nanotechnology, biotechnology, information and communication technology, and their applications in the fields of health, water, and energy. Throughout the event, researchers and academics of all levels of experience will be able to interact in a supportive environment, while Mustafa Science and Technology Foundation laureates will seek to inspire young scholars with their valuable insights into various aspects of scientific endeavor. In addition to the presentations across these fields, the conference also features an exhibition and B2B meetings, whereby offering an ideal platform for linking industry with academia in the pursuit of the research-based, state-of-the-art processes and solutions that drive innovation. We're pleased to welcome to the event around 80 international participants from 20 countries and about 200 participants from Oman itself. The conference will also feature 12 participants of the Mustafa Foundation's Young Scholar Competition. The Sultanate of Oman, as the first Arab country to host the Science and Technology Exchange Program, is proud to support an event in which such a diverse range of stakeholders in strategic fields of science and technology can come together for the enhancement of science inquiry and in the Muslim world. I sincerely hope that we can all benefit from this conference by establishing pathways for interdisciplinary dialogue and international cooperation, highlighting the latest achievements made by Muslim researchers, enhancing a sense of common purpose among Muslim researchers and among non-Muslim researchers working in the Muslim world, and perhaps most importantly, advancing science and technology in the Muslim world and among Muslim researchers. Before I conclude, I wish to thank His Excellency, Dr. Abdullah bin Nasser al-Harrasi, Chairman of the Public Authority for Radio and Television, for gracing this event with his kind patronage, and I extend my gratitude to the Mustafa Science and Technology Foundation and all the excellent professionals we cooperated with to organize this important event. I also wish to thank Dr. Salim al-Harthi, Director of the Risk Management Office, and his dedicated staff, as well as the staff of the Office of the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Postgraduate Studies and Research, for their untiring efforts to make this event appear in the best shape possible. A big thank you goes to our sponsors, Sultan Qaboos University, the AIAP program at Sultan Qaboos University, which is funded by the Oman Research Council, Oman Air, Paradise Park, Iran, and Alibaba. I also thank all the staff at the Public Relations and Information Department and the Center for Education and Technology for their constant support for us in this conference and all the other events organized under the Office of the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Postgraduate Studies and Research. And finally, I wish everyone a productive and successful conference, and for those traveling to Oman from abroad, an enjoyable stay in the Sultanate. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Rahma. Now we're honored to invite to the stage Dr. Rasul Dinarvand, member of the Board of Directors, Mustafa Science and Technology Foundation, for his welcoming remarks.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Nasser al-Harasi, Chairman of the Board, Chairman of the Public Authority of Radio and Television, His Excellency Dr. Saud bin Ali al-Bimani, Vice Chancellor of Sultan Qaboos University, His Excellency Muhammad Reza Nouri Shahrudi, Iran Ambassador to Sultanate Oman, eminent scientists, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. The Mustafa Science and Technology Foundation has sought to honor the scientists of the Islamic world and appreciate their endeavors simultaneous with nurturing future scientists while laying emphasis on the development of science and technology throughout the Islamic world. By adopting a non-profit approach, hence maintaining full independence from governmental institutes. Through concerted efforts of the foundation, the foundation develops cooperation, synergy, and convergence in the realm of modern science and novel technologies among Islamic nations and beyond, and also put effort into portraying distinguished figures in science and technology as role models for younger generation. The foundation is committed to improving public welfare of the Islamic Ummah by helping people to benefit from values such as human dignity, stewardship, supporting the wealth generation through science and technology development. The MSTF identifies the fulfillment of this momentous task with the development of interconnected circles of scientific societies. MSTF seeks to raise the status of scientists in the Islamic world through capacity building and creation of network among science and technology institutes and scholars for the benefit of humankind. Scientific accomplishments and influence can be better safeguarded by international scientific interactions and collaboration. The foundation will endeavor to extend its promotional and supportive activities in 6 areas. 1, promoting public awareness in science and technology. 2, improving the educational and research atmosphere for the students. 3, encouraging the scientific community to utilize scientific findings to solve social problems. 4, supporting the establishment of scientific networks throughout the world. 5, identifying distinguished scientists and benefiting from their potential to enhance the well-being of humanity. And 6, developing scientific and technological cooperation with scientific centers at international level. Under the 4th and 6th areas mentioned above, a STEP and ISA were introduced and developed respectively, pursuing the objective of increasing the level of cooperation and synergy in science and technology with an emphasis on advanced technologies. The MSTF organized the Science and Technology Exchange Program, STEP, which aims to showcase the language of science and technology, to develop a framework for interactions among eminent scientists, and to prepare the groundwork for creating synergy and developing scientific cooperation, and to simulate scientific and technological activities among Islamic member states. In the first event of STEP, which was held in Iran in the year 2015, 60 prominent scientists from 25 countries took part and attended various scientific sessions. This event was organized with the collaboration of Islamic World Academy of Sciences, Academy of Sciences of Islamic Republic of Iran, and several universities in Iran. Focused on nanoscience and nanotechnology, a STEP 2 was held in Malaysia in 2016, where the University of Putra, Malaysia, UPM, hosted nearly 200 professors and university students from the host country, along with 26 renowned individuals, nanoscience and nanotechnology scientists from 12 countries. The attendees deeply valued and appreciated organization of the program and the warm hospitality of UPM. The Islamic Republic of Iran once again welcomed distinguished scientists from different countries throughout the world in the third step, which included 12 specialized sessions in 8 universities. These meetings focused on scientists' latest scientific achievements in various areas, including nanotechnology, biotechnology, medicine, IT, smart drug delivery, mechatronics, photonics, and Islamic economics and banking. And here we are at step 4 in the year 2018, which is being held in Oman and in Sultan Qaboos University. This event intends more practically to work toward finding ideal solutions. This step will focus on areas such as health, energy, and water. More than 80 scientists from 20 countries participate in this event during the upcoming 3 days. This is while over 200 participants from different areas of science have registered for a step 4 from Oman different institutes. Here we have the honor of attendance of eminent scientists, young scholars, and also experts from knowledge-based companies from different countries. Along with holding a step 4, which is the fourth step 2018, which is the fourth one since its inception, the second round of exposure of industry to scientist achievement, ISA, is also held during next few days as a parallel event to a step 4. ISA strives to expand the scientist's scope of activities while pursuing the goal of creating synergy between scientists and investors in the Islamic countries for the welfare of human beings. ISA includes 3 main sections, which are exhibition, pitch deck, and also B2B meetings. 25 knowledge-based enterprises from 12 countries have registered to participate in this event. Ladies and gentlemen, centuries ago, the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The likeness of someone who learns science but does not share it with others is as the likeness of one who has a treasure but does not spend it." And that science that does not profit people is like a treasure which is not spent. We would enthusiastically like to share what we have learned. Now is the time to find a way to have its benefits too. Together, we are here to take steps toward human welfare, health, dignity, and development. Last but not least, on behalf of the Mustafa Science and Technology Foundation, I should not forget to express my deepest gratitude to our Omani brothers, especially Sultan Qaboos University officials, for their kind hospitality and collaboration for organizing and hosting this event. I wish a fruitful outcome for this event and pleasant stay for you all in Oman. this beautiful and peaceful country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rasul Dinarvand. It is with great pleasure that we invite to the stage the conference's keynote speaker, Professor Saeed Sarkar, member of the Board of Directors, Mustafa Science and Technology Foundation, and Secretary General of Iran Nanotechnology Innovation Council, to deliver the keynote address.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Salamun alaikum. His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Harasi, His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Saud, His Excellency Mr. Nouri, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to talk about the status of nanotechnology, which is considered an emerging and disruptive technology which will affect all aspects of human life in the Islamic world. So we will see how the Muslim countries are doing in the field of nanotechnology. You know that we have 57 Muslim countries in OIC. This is the geographic distribution of these countries. And also, if we look, we know that Muslims actually consist of 20% of the world population, and we have about 70% of the world's GDP in the Muslim world. See how Islamic countries have been doing regarding the nanotechnology planning and policy making. Which countries have put the development of nanotechnology as one of their scientific and technological priorities. And we see 6 countries, Iran, Turkey, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan, have tried to have a strategic plan regarding the development of this technology. And if we will see that regarding the share of ISI publications, the prestigious papers, we see that only in total, ISL articles in the Islamic countries is about 8% of the world publications are done in Muslim countries. But in the field of nanotechnology, the status is so that we have 11% of the world publications in the field of this emerging technology. And if we look at the share of the nano articles to the, scientific articles in general, we see the share is 14% of all the Muslim publications are in the field of nanotechnology. And it shows that the Muslim countries have paid special attention to the development of this emerging technology. And if we see the trends of nano articles in this world and Islamic countries, you see what's happening. We see that the scientific development are rising in the field of nanotechnology. And the share of articles in the Islamic world, you see that in year 2011, nanotechnology started to show itself as a better, a better slope. And as we see right now, the share of nanotechnology articles in the world is 11%, in contrast to the scientific development in general, which is 8% of the world publication. Having 20% of the world population, I think still we have not met our obligations, what we should be doing. We are still not doing even our share in the world according to our populations. If we look at the 25 top countries in the field of nanotechnology, fortunately we see 6 Muslim countries in top 25 countries in the world. And we see Iran, which is ranked 4th in the world after China, USA, and India, the countries with huge population. Iran comes 4. And after that comes Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Egypt, Pakistan, and Malaysia. And if you look at the right column, you see about 10 years ago, only Iran was among the top 25, having a rank of 20 in the world. But fortunately, other countries are catching up and they are showing themselves in the top 25, and they have made big achievements. For example, if we look, we see Saudi Arabia have made a big jump from the rank of actually 58 to 16. And then comes the rest of the Muslim countries. They are showing among the top 25 countries, their position. And this is the nano publications distribution, the share of Islamic countries for the whole publications in the Muslim world, which comes Iran, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Malaysia, Egypt, and Pakistan, and the rest of the countries. They are showing their contribution in the Muslim world. And this is their activities through different years, the number of their publication. Unfortunately, we see that Egypt and Pakistan having a very good slope, and they are catching up very well, and their number of publication is growing very fast. And it shows that these two countries are having a special program and having a special focus on development and working on this emerging technology. And this is the number of universities which have published more than 100 articles. And in this regard, we have 90 universities which have published more than 100 articles between the year 2015 and 2018. And if we look at the top 25 Islamic universities, and regarding their publication between the years 2015 and 2018, we see that these universities from different countries, for example, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, Pakistan, and are showing themselves in the top 25 universities. And if we look at the quality of the publication and consider the H-index, one of the indices regarding the quality of the publications, we see that Saudi Arabia is doing very well, and then is Iran, Turkey, Malaysia, Pakistan, Egypt, Tunisia, and so on. This is the 5-year H-index from these countries. This showing the quality of the publications in these countries. If we look at share of the joint articles, joint activities, we see some of the countries which most of their papers or publication or scientific activities are jointly done with other countries. But if we look at the world average, joint activities, joint scientific activities, which comes on joint publications, the world average is 65% of joint activities. And we see some countries above the average of, joint activities. But below average, we see Iran is at the bottom of the list because of probably these sanctions and not being active or probably as if we look at it at another aspect, we see that the nanotechnology in Iran is mostly dependent on itself, as it's working, what we are achieving is based on our own capabilities and capacities, and then it comes Turkey, Egypt. These countries' activities are below the average of joint activities, joint scientific activities, and joint publications. And these are collaborating countries. If we look at the tables, which shows the collaborating countries, the 4 top collaborating countries, it shows that we Islamic countries not working together. This is a weak point among our Muslim countries. We should put more emphasis for collaborating with each other. We should share more scientific activities, having joint projects, joint technology development, and sharing our resources. This is the weak point, and why the Muslim countries do not collaborate with each other as it should be. And this is part of the talk. We see that our collaboration with each other is about 40%, while the world average is 65%. So we are even not, our collaboration is not even to the level of even average world activities. Here we see the number of patents from different countries. Again, Saudi Arabia, during, from 2001 and to 2018, they have published 413 patents. 413 grants, and then it comes Iran and Turkey and so on. And regarding the nanotechnology patents, if we look at here, this is, their number of patents through different years. And the patent is very important because it shows the status of science and, the status of technology development and innovation in the field of nanotechnology. And if we look at here, it shows that although we have 20% of the world publication, our patent activities are below 1%. And it shows that we should pay more attention to informing our scientists, technologists, or knowledge-based companies about the importance of patenting their findings. I don't consider that we don't have the capacity to have patents. It shows that we do not pay the necessary attention or enough attention in patenting our findings, or we are not mostly familiar with the value of patenting our findings. This needs some awareness in the universities and technologies. And if we look at the industry and market activities, these are the nanotechnology products from different countries. We should turn our science to technology and then turning the technology into products and give something back to the society. We should, based on our knowledge or technology development in the field of nano, we should be able to produce nano-based products for wealth generation and also enhancing people's quality of life. When we are using people's money for scientific activities or technological activities, we should pay something back to them. So this shows that although in the scientific and technological activities, we are not bad, but the case in turning the science and technology into products and wealth, we are acting very weak. And it shows the number of products in different countries. This is based on our knowledge, what we have been able to acquire. Please let me know if you we have scientists and technologies from various countries, and please help us to, regarding the statistics, if you see that from, the data from any country is not properly written here. So as you consider, in Iran, we have this number of products, and it goes 494 products into different product types, and then it goes to Malaysia, Indonesia, Turkey, Egypt, and it shows that these countries at least have been able to turn some of these technologies into products and, put it in the market as well. And I have some data about our activities in Iran, which shows that we have 194 manufacturing companies in the field of nanotechnology in 14 different industrial sectors. As you see, these, as I mentioned, we have about 494 nano-based products already in the market. And right now in Iran, we are exporting these products to more than 45 countries. And one area that we have been able to enhance the quality of people's life is nano-based drugs. You know, these drugs are very expensive, and right now we have several nano-based anti-cancer drugs in the market, and also one of the fields that's been helping people a lot using nanotechnology for water desalination, wastewater treatment, and providing safe water by removing heavy metals from water and provide good drinking water for the people. And what I discussed, it was a case of nanotechnology, which, as I showed, is in the field of nanotechnology, we are doing much better than the other scientific activities in general. But it shows that we Muslim countries are not collaborating with each other. We do not see each other. Our hands are not tied together. So I think the Mustafa Science and Technology Foundation can be considered as a good platform to bring all these countries together and enhance the quality of life of Muslim peoples. And by showing its strengths in the world. I mean, the two previous speakers talked about the importance of science and technology in Islam. So I do not need to talk about that, but we should do some activities. The first one is the public knowledge promotion and attracting the attention of the ordinary people about the value of scientific activities, science generation, or technology development. And these are things that I consider that Mustafa Science and Technology Foundation is, a good platform, and under this umbrella, we can do a lot of activities. And again, awareness of leaders and top decision makers, and attracting their attention and informing them about the importance of science and technology. And then we should share our experiences in science and technology, policy making, programming, and also about their strategies. I think in the field of nanotechnology in Iran, we have enough experience, and we think that the model we developed for nanotechnology can be considered as a good model for developing countries, which is the status of most of the Islamic countries. We cannot copycat the strategies and programs from USA, Japan, or Germany, because we have a lot of different values And I mean, the amount of money they spend for the science and technology, the infrastructure they have, we cannot compete with them. But through a very good and comprehensive program in the field of nanotechnology in Iran, we raised to the level of rank of 4 in the world. And that's why I think this model can be taken by other Islamic countries as a good model. And then we should share our resources, financial resources, human resources, infrastructures. I mean, some countries, the strengths of Muslim countries, some countries are very rich in, I mean, they have a lot of financial resources. Some of the countries have very good human resources. Some countries have a very huge market. So there are many potentials. If we put all these potentials together, we can do a lot together. That's what I want to talk about. We are scattered. We are divided. If we look at the European countries, they have established a union. They are working together. Why should we Muslims be divided and not working together? At least in the field of science and technology, which politics has a little to, manipulate the activities. I always say we have doctors without borders. Why shouldn't we have scientists without borders? At least in the Muslim world. So these are things that we should try to achieve by networking our capacities, labs, R&D facilities, and human resources. Many countries have very well-established labs with very sophisticated equipments. Probably the frequency of their use is very little. Why shouldn't they share these facilities with other Muslim scientists from different countries? Some countries have very good infrastructure. Some countries they are wealthy and have big companies. Why shouldn't they invest in the technologies developed in the Muslim world? Why we shouldn't have the Muslim market for Muslim products? So these are things that if we come together, I think we can achieve a lot. And then joint funding on research and tech development in other issues that needs special attention. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Said Sarkar. Dear all, we would like to thank our sponsors for their continued help and support. We would also like to thank all of you, dear ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Let us all look forward to a fruitful knowledge-sharing event. Now, we would like to invite you for a coffee break. We would also like you to visit the exhibition accompanying the event. We shall return for the next session at 11 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you very much for joining us.